and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Saturday, January 11th. We begin with the weather. That second round of snow is gone, but the brutally cold temperatures are moving in. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
That snow yesterday, it is now gone. We had a few flurries earlier this morning, and those are beginning to fade away as well. Big storm system off to the east of us, taking all of that heavy snow off to the east. So we're going to see mostly cloudy conditions today, and we've got cloudy skies right now. Live look downtown, 26 degrees. Right now in Indianapolis, southwest winds at 9 miles per hour. That is creating a wind chill or feels like temperature at 17. We're at 27 right now in Lebanon, Brownsburg, 29 in Greenwood, 26 in Franklin, and then 26 degrees also up in Anderson. We do have a bit of a breeze here, so we are seeing wind chill values into the teens across most locations. I do think later this afternoon we'll climb a couple more degrees into the upper 20s with a mainly cloudy sky. We'll go with a high today of about 28 in Indianapolis, right around 30 degrees here along the Ohio River. And then farther northward, we'll see those temperatures into the 20s too, like Kokomo and Muncie. Low temperatures tonight will fall into the teens, right around 20 here in Indianapolis. A little bit of a warm up tomorrow with temps right around freezing, but a reinforcing shot of cold air moves back in. We'll talk about how low the temperatures will go, all in my 7-day forecast.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com. And don't forget, conditions will change throughout the day, so to make sure you have the most up-to-date forecast, download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And for a more detailed look at conditions, you can check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. And now we take things outside near the Eagle Creek Park area on the city's northwest side. News 8's Colin Bailey reports.
It looks absolutely beautiful, as you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing as the snow covering these trees right here. But as we're coming down, here's Eagle Creek right here. Absolutely beautiful. But the road conditions, they've improved throughout the morning. Right now, just a little wet right here on 56th Street. But we've taken the highway this morning. Those were clear. The downtown streets were clear. The story really is those side streets is what we've noticed. Those snow-covered side streets. These main streets are very just kind of slushy in some areas. Sometimes some of the roads we've been on, one lane's plowed, one is not. This has kind of been the story all morning long. But our IT may reach out to an Indianapolis City Councilman, Ron Gibson. He says the city is operating off of 70 trucks. Gibson also says the Department of Public Works said their main focus is to plow the primary streets, secondary streets, and connector roads. Gibson admits that not all side streets will be plowed. Since noon on Friday, the Indiana State Police has responded to at least 68 crashes, 8 with injuries, 30 slide-offs, 24 disabled vehicle assists, and 11 traffic hazards. So this has been the story all morning long. If some roads look like this, where some of the lanes look okay at points, have a little slush on them, but it's the side streets we've noticed a lot. Those neighborhoods, those side streets we all live on, still aren't really touched. But I haven't seen many issues with cars on any of the roadways this morning. No spinning tires, no slide out. Haven't seen any of that this morning. But again, those main roads are pretty well kept up. Highways, no issues on them at all. So that's what we noticed this morning across the city of Indianapolis, from downtown to the northwest side to the east side. That's what we noticed all morning long. But for now, on the mobile news tracker, I'm Colin Bailey for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
When it comes to air travel, 8 incoming and outgoing flights have been canceled this morning out of Indianapolis International Airport. That is according to the website FlightAware. Airport officials urge you to keep tabs on your flight status throughout the day to stay on top of any potential delays due to the weather conditions. And while the snow and frigid temperatures can put a damper on a lot of our plans, many are finding joy and excitement in this winter weather. News 8's Danielle Zulkowski reports.
There are still some snowy conditions out here. We spoke to a few people earlier, and they all agreed they love the snow, and we're happy to see a second round of it come in 1 week.
It's no surprise that the few people willing to stand outside in the snow to do an interview about the snow actually loved the snow.
Because we don't have snow in Atlanta that much. So, and I'm a cold person. I prefer cold weather.
Few 3 years we didn't get that much, but this year is good. We enjoyed this snow there.
She like it right now. It's just a little slushy, and if they clean the streets a little better, and it would be a little bit better.
Despite loving this weather, these drivers are not loving the road conditions in Indianapolis.
It's a new adventure for me to learning how to drive in the snow. So I just approach it in a curious way. They did not clean those roads, so it was hard for my car, even though it's a little bit higher, like the tires, but it was still hard for the car to drive through.
The Indianapolis Department of Public Works has crews working 12-hour shifts around the clock to help get the roads clear.
The winter weather will slow down this weekend before chances for more snow come back on Sunday night. I'm Danielle Zolkowski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
In Greenwood, a mother and daughter are safe this morning after being rescued from a pond with the help from a neighbor. The Greenwood Fire Department responded to Winterwood Drive near County Road 750 North just after 5 yesterday. Investigators tell us a woman had walked down onto the frozen pond to rescue her dog, which had walked onto the ice, but the woman fell through. Her adult daughter also fell through when attempting to reach her. We are told another neighbor threw the women a rope and pulled them to the edge of the pond where firefighters were able to pull them out. And other news, this weekend is jam-packed with events ahead of Governor-elect Mike Braun's inauguration next week. Sunday morning at 10, the Braun family is hosting Mass at St. Peter and Paul Cathedral. That event is open to the public. Guests are encouraged to arrive early. Later that day will be Hoosier Heritage Family Day at the Indiana State Museum. That event runs from 1 to 4 and is also open to guests of all ages. In Floyd County, Indiana State Police have arrested a woman accused of helping the suspect who shot Orange County Deputy Zach Andry earlier this month. Investigators say Victoria Howard from New Albany used Lyft to get a ride from her house to Louisville, Kentucky for Austin Sheppers, even though she knew he was wanted by police. Police say Sheppers shot Andry multiple times on January 3rd, while Andry was stopping to check on a disabled vehicle. Sheppers was later shot and killed by police in Louisville. Deputy Andry is still in critical condition at a Louisville hospital. That's according to Indiana State Police. We wrap things up this morning with sports and Colts GM Chris Ballard's press conference to address the Colts' bomb-ending season. Sports Director Anthony Calhoun reports.
Good morning to you. Colts General Manager Chris Ballard met with the media on Friday to recap the 2024 season. Despite the Colts missing the playoffs 4 years in a row, Ballard will return for his 9th season with the Horseshoe. In those years, he has yet to win a division title. He was asked on Friday if he was surprised Colts owner Jim Irsay retained him for another year.
I'm not going to say I'm surprised. I'm going to say I'm very grateful. I'm humbled by it, and I'm very grateful. I'm not going to run. I don't run from the criticism. I bet on that we could bring players back, and they would be as upset about what happened at the end of the season last year that they'd want to rectify it. And at the end of the day, we were not able to. And I didn't do a good enough job creating enough competition throughout the roster and keep everybody on edge. And at the end of the day, it's about competition and achievement. I mean, that's essentially what it boils down to. And I didn't create enough competition on the roster for it to want to achieve in the way it needed to achieve.
All right, so we got more from Ballard on Friday right now at wishtv.com.
This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Saturday, January 11th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.